All right, here we are with our table, and the goal is to create a scatter plot with this data on sand sharks, where list 1, remember, that stands for the length of the sand sharks, and list 2 is the weight of the sand sharks. So next what we're going to go to is we are going to go to stat plot up here in blue. So we access that by pressing second stat plot. All right, I'm going to use the enter button now to enter plot 1 and take a look at the data. All right, taking a look here, it looks like plot 1 is blinking over on. Just press enter on and use the down arrow keys and make sure you have selected this first picture. That is a scatter plot. Your calculator can do a lot of graphs, including other bar graphs, histograms. We want the first one to be selected, scatter plot. Keep toggling down with the down arrow, and X list should say L1, Y list should say L2. If they don't, you can type over them by pressing second 2 to get L2 to show up. Keep toggling down. These options are the markings you're going to see on your scatter plot on your calculator. Do you want little squares, a plus sign, a dot? It's up to you. Keep going down. Now toggle left and right with the arrows to select the color of your graph. Since it's a TI-84 plus CE, that stands for color edition. So you can have all kinds of different colors to choose from. That's part of the fun. So I'll go with a darker color so that you can see the actual points when they're on there. So I'm just going to go with blue. All right, you're almost ready to view your scatter plot, but we have some housekeeping to do. And this is important to do, especially if you're sharing a calculator. So next, we are going to go in and press the mode button. That's right next to the second button. And everything here probably is set, but you're going to use the arrow key to go down all the way to where it says Stat Diagnostics and toggle over to the right and press enter. Make sure that's turned on. You'll need that setting on to come up with the equation later on. Okay, back to second y equals. Stat plot, back to enter. There's all your information right there. Excellent. Now we're going to go to the y equals, which is the graphing menu, and make sure there's nothing else turned on so that we don't get an error message. So clicking y equals, you see these highlighted plot 1, plot 2, plot 3. We only want plot 1 to be highlighted. So use your arrow keys to go over and click enter to unhighlight them. There should be no equations in here. If there are any equations like 3x or 3y or anything, just hit the clear button and clear out the equations. All right, you're ready to view your scatter plot. Go ahead and hit the zoom button. This zoom feature allows you to set your X and Y axis, and zoom 9 is going to be the perfect setting for us. So go down or press the number 9 on your calculator. Press enter. All right, there's our beautiful scatter plot. Remember, our scatter plot was talking about sand sharks. And if you recall, the x-axis was talking about the weight of sand sharks. So let me write in here, we've got the weight measured in, I believe, pounds. And here we have the length on the y-axis. And that's measured in inches. And this is our sand sharks. Now, I'd like to see what these data points are, wouldn't you? So we can actually click on them using what's called the trace feature. So next to zoom is the trace button. Go ahead and hit that. And I'll clear my drawings here. And use the arrow keys. You can see down below, that's an X value of 60, a Y value of 105. So that's a 60-inch sand shark that weighs 105 pounds. You can keep clicking to the right to view the next data point, and keep clicking to the right. This data is flowing upwards from left to right, and it's fairly straight. So this would be considered a positive, strong correlation here for this scatter plot. Great job. You got your scatter plot. Now you're ready for the next video, which will demonstrate how you can get your line of best fit as calculated by the calculator. So stay tuned for that coming up.